Welcome back here to the Birthplace of Country Music Museum. We're in the Special Exhibits Gallery here, once again joined by Dr. Rene Rodgers. You got a very special, very special photography exhibit coming up.
We do, and this is opening up on April 18th, so this Sunday, and it'll be here with us at the museum through September 30th, and it's called Our Living Past, Platinum Portraits of Southern Music Makers, and it is from the photographer Tim Duffy at the Music Maker Relief Foundation. We have worked with them before, but he does some amazing photographs, but these are extra special because they're done with the wet plate process.
Right.
So they're like tintypes. So it means that, A, they sort of have that vintage old feel, but also you can do certain things, I mean, based on the light, the chemicals, all those different things, you get some wonderful effects. For instance, this one of Sharon Jones, a soul singer.
Right.
You can see, I mean, it's almost like a charcoal portrait because of the way it looks. But we have quite a few of really interesting
And
images here.
I really like the detail on this one.
Yes, this is Freeman Vines. He is a luthier. You can see him here with some of the guitars that he has made. But he does some really interesting work where he burns out the logs, sort of the way indigenous peoples
Make canoes and things of that nature.
Yeah, so he to hollow out his guitar bodies, it's just an unusual technique. It's really interesting.
I'm sure it gives it some amazing sound to those instruments as well.
Well, and also you can just see from those how different each one of them is. Actually, this is the one I was going to pick up.
Right here?
Martha Spencer, who people from around this area will know about. She is an Appalachian musician. She has had a radio show here at the museum and is a frequent performer at Bristol Rhythm and Roots Reunion. And so what Tim Duffy does is, I mean, he's looking mostly at elderly blues musicians, but he also talks to old-time musicians from the area and is just trying to record their lives and record their music and also give them a chance to find ways to play still. And here is Eddie Tigner. He was part of the Ink Spot group.
Right.
He traveled around to Holiday Inns and Army bases when he was in that group. But I just love this image because, again, the technique gives you such a wonderful perspective on the face. It's really evocative.
And even though some of these people may have passed on, they're still brought to life in these photos.
Yes, and so much of what the Music Maker Relief Foundation does is obviously it calls attention to them as people and the history. But it also works really hard to find gigs for them, helps them to make recordings so that even though they might have given up music, they can still keep making money from it. But it also helps them, they need help with their prescription drugs or they need help with their rent. It is there to give them that support.
And this was just a very small sample of what you're going to have available.
Yeah, this is only a few of the images. We're going to have 25 photographs, and then we also have some wonderful folk art, and I'll just hold up this piece here, which is a guitar that was painted by Sam McMillan. And so it's painted by some of the music maker artists. So we have about 10 to 15 pieces of folk art that we'll also have on display from different musicians. And they're just really vibrant and reflecting, again, almost always that musical world that they're immersed in.
Right. And this is one of those special exhibits. Y'all change those out from time to time, and always something very vital to the entire musical realm, really.
You know, the Special Exhibits Gallery, we have 2,000 square feet here, so it means we have a lot of room to do some really interesting things. And I'd say 75% of the time it's music-focused exhibits like this, or the one that we had before, like Honky Tonk, or the Marty Stewart exhibit that we had a couple of years ago. But those other times we are able to also bring in exhibits that are like education or community-focused. So for instance, in October, after this exhibit, we'll be having a Smithsonian exhibit that's all about how people in America have worked over the years, like the types of work that they've done and working life. So that'll be a really great exhibit for our schools in particular to tie into some of their learning needs.
You really enjoy the educational part of this, don't you?
I do. I mean, it is the most important part of our mission is the education part of the museum. And so everything we do has that in mind. That is our first goal, is how can it connect to education.
And really quickly, before we let you go, you got some virtual events coming up as well.
We do. We do a virtual speaker series once a month, and our fifth one is on Tuesday, May 4th at 7 p.m. It is going to be with the interim director of the Virginia Folklife Program, Pat Jarrett, and he is going to be sharing with us some video that they have taken over the years of different cultural festivals, so music festivals, food festivals, craft festivals, dancing, all sorts of different things, different cultural groups, and sharing some of those that have never been seen before from their archives and sort of taking us on a tour of cultural festivals across the Commonwealth.
Oh, wow. We got a lot in today. But there's a lot more to see. All you got to do is come to the Birthplace of Country Music Museum. Dr. Rene Rodgers, thank you for taking some time with us and showing us around today.
You're very welcome. Thanks for being here.
We got the virtual speaker. We got the information for you up on the screen right now. Take advantage of that. It's a great way to get in touch with what's going on here at the museum. Also, make sure you go to the museum's Facebook page and vote in the USA Today Best Top 10 Pop Culture Museums in the Country. Vote for the Birthplace of Country Music Museum today.